All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the call. I'm super excited to kind of go over a couple things with you guys. First of all, Audra is going to try to join. She is all over the place. She's doing a lot of moving stuff right now. So I know she and Carter just, moved into their beautiful new home. So she's kind of handling all of that tonight. So I'm kind of going to be hosting this whole thing. If you can just please bear with me, we're going through so many things right now. I know I sent out an email and a post about my schedule. I appreciate everybody just kind of being patient with me right now. I've put in 35 hours since Sunday, and then I have probably 50 more hours I have to kind of put in before next Sunday. So everything is nuts right now. If you do have a specific question for me, and you can't get a hold of me for some reason, please contact Audra. She's my partner. She is our senior vice president, and she can answer anything that you have a question with. And most everybody knows Audra's number, but just in case you don't, it's 951-333-9568. So please put that into your phone if you don't have it already. But she is kind of out of pocket this evening and today. So please be patient as we're really gearing up for golf season. All exciting things, you guys. What's up, Mike French? Good to see you. You look like you're in Cancun right now. I'm jealous.
I wish it was.
Right? Well, everybody, I'm going to kind of go over a brand new presentation that we have. So we are revamping and rebranding everything, and we're super excited about it. So the one thing that we felt like we needed to rebrand first, and that we needed the most current up-to-date format of, was the Hero Program deck. So the presentation deck, it's been a little outdated, but we are revamping everything. The Elite deck for all of our other programs is being updated as well. We are going to add indoor tournaments. We're going to add a ton of stuff to that. So we are super excited. All of our Cancun stuff with Magali will be added in there. So we are really, really kind of putting our heads down and getting this stuff done. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And then if anybody has a question, please go ahead and ask me at any point. You don't need to hold your questions till the end, but I am going to show you what our new presentation looks like. So, can everybody see my screen? Yes? You good? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
All righty. So this is our new Hero Program presentation deck. The purpose of this deck, I'm actually going to move everybody over here for a second. The purpose of this deck is to replace our last deck. And this is the one that you will want to print, have it in a nice binder and a folder with copies of it, so you can actually leave it with the course, with the GM or the head pro that you're talking with as well. For mine, my copies that I actually leave with the course, I don't print this in full color. I just get a few copies made here and there. And please hold one second. I'm going to put my phone on do not disturb. So I like to do that. I like to put them printed in black and white, and then just, have them printed half pages on one sheet, and then give it to the person. So, but for my binder, I always like everything in very, very nice color, printed out on very nice paper as well. And then I slide it into some sheet protectors and take it out to present with. So this is the front page. Obviously, we have our heroprogramgolf.com, which is the same as elitefundraisingsolutions.com. It just goes to the Hero Program page on our website. We have our 2 Instagram handles at the bottom, and then we are able to customize every single one of these to your information. So that means all of your specific information will be at the top. As you can see, mine is already at the top, so you just kind of have a glimpse into what you're getting here with this. So what we're thinking about doing, just so everybody knows, is that everybody's kind of gotten their QR codes, their business cards. We're working on the flyers now. Morgan is just working her butt off trying to get everybody their stuff. If you have PowerPoint, we are going to try and make this editable so you can edit your own information on the top, and you don't have to come through us and then wait 3 days or whatever it might be. We will have a generic version on the CRM of this as well. So at the top, it'll just have Elite Fundraising Solutions, the Hero Program information, corporate contact, corporate email. But this is the front page of it. It's pretty self-explanatory. If we go to page 2, which is technically page 1, we have our Hero Program. And I'm going to minimize this over here. Now, this looks very different, I know, from our other stuff, and we're super excited about it. So we really wanted to showcase who we are and what we do. And of course, everything we're doing with the Hero Program. So we do have some great images of some of the veterans and first responders that we have helped and have served. We also have this wonderful image that was taken at our Memorial Day tournament last spring. So that's right there with some of our awesome amputees. There's Carter there. He's in that photo. And so this kind of goes over everything in a nutshell, you guys. We really wanted to consolidate all of the information and all of the words that were in that last file and make it just so it was more fluid. So I got together with Jay and with my staff, and this is kind of what we came up with. So this front page here, just a brief synopsis. The Hero Program is committed to fundraising for our veterans and first responders who risk their lives to protect our freedom. That's all the same. And then we added a second paragraph by saying, by becoming a Hero Course partner, your course would be directly impacting the lives of thousands of veterans and first responders and families who have risked their lives to protect our freedom. So that just kind of hits home right there in the beginning. Page 2, we jump right into on-course fundraising. Now, I've taken some really great pictures that I've gotten over the last couple months, and I've replaced those onto this page. We used to have some kind of tacky ones on our last one, so I'm really excited to have this kind of updated. So, big change here, you guys. For our Hero Program, we are now providing a $1,000 hole-in-one challenge in closest to the pin. It's changing from $3,500 to $1,000. The reason being, we are offering Cancun trips in Savings Pass now, and they are getting so much more out there on the course than what they were before. So we have to make it make sense. Now, that being said, if you do have a course that's like, well, I thought it was $3,500, and they're upset with that, we will keep it the same. But from now on, it's going to be $1,000 hole-in-one challenge. Closest to the pin stays the same. Everything stays the same. If the shot is made, the winner will split half of the prize with our heroes, while the remaining amount is given back to the golfer. So $500 to spend at that specific hero course. So that is a change that I want to make sure that everybody understands. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it's going to make a lot more sense with our numbers now that we have Cancun and Savings Pass. Closest to the pin wins a full value gift card, 10% of the total amount raised to use at that course, redirecting revenue back through our Hero Course partners. The Hero Program purchases the gift card each time our staff facilitates a Hero Day. I wanted to make sure that was absolutely clear. We purchase the gift card. Nobody else does. They don't have to give us a discount. They're not giving us a gift card. We're purchasing it at full value. So I want to make sure that's very, very clear. When you are talking to courses, make sure that they know we are purchasing a gift card through us at full value for that card. All right, on to page 3. So benefits to the courses. All right, this is going to be a big one when you're pitching. All right, so the Hero Program gift bag, which is now we are moving away from our gift bag, and the Savings Pass is going to become the new gift bag. All right. So as we make that transition very slowly out of it, if you have your virtual gift bag cards that you're still handing out on the whole, great. Do it until they're gone. That's fine, because our gift bag's not going anywhere. But what we're going to turn around and do is put every single hero course that we have into our Savings Pass, which not only redirects 2 million golfers through that site every year, But we then have 12 million other consumers going through that site too. All right. This is huge for them. This is going to change everything. So the Hero gift bag reaches your target market of over 2 million golfers and a total of over 12 million users on our app nationwide for supporting the Hero program. We promote your course and market you through our consumers' phones via the app for absolutely free. Okay, so they don't have to pay anything. We're just going to put them in because they are a Hero course and they're supporting us. This is going to change a lot. The Hero program creates revenue. So this is bullet number 2. Another benefit to the course. The Hero program creates revenue for your golf course at every Hero Day. We purchase the gift certificates for the winners of the closest to the pin contest that are equal to 10% of the revenue raised that day. It creates more business for your golf course during and after each Hero Day. All right, that's huge for them. They want that recurring revenue. They want us to keep doing what we're doing, so they're making money and they see that value. Hammer that home. So the third bullet point, when the Hero Day hole-in-one shot is made, your golf course is paid $500, which will then be awarded in the form of a gift card, just like we always have, but the number has changed to $500 instead of $1,750. In the form of a gift card to the winner as a prize to use at your course. The remaining $500 is donated back to our Hero program charities. Okay, so we do have 2 different phone images up here, 2 different graphics, so they can kind of see and grasp what the savings pass is and what the gift bag that they're going into really is. So we thought those visuals were important. And of course, we market your course locally and nationally. All right, page 4. This is great. All right, so this is very, very new. Benefits to golfers / prizes. Okay, golfers participate in a hole-in-one challenge for $1,000, like we've said. It's a 50-50 split with the Heroes to use at that Hero course. At least 2 golfers will win gift cards during each Hero Day as closest to the pin prize. So 10% of the funds raised. Now, I want to make sure I clarify something here. You don't have to always have 2 winners. Okay. When I go out and do a Hero Day, I like to have 1 winner. I know a lot of people like to have 2 winners. A lot of people like to just have 1 winner, especially if, you don't have a ton that you made that day, or maybe you had a great amount that you made that day. You can pick and choose how you would like to do that. Just know that you're not set in stone with those 2 winners. You can absolutely just have 1. If a golfer donates $50 or more to our Heroes and lands the green, they win a 5-day, 4-night trip to Cancun, Mexico for 2 people. Winners get to choose between 5 resorts, airfares not included, valued at $800 per trip. That's all we're saying about Cancun on here. All right. We don't want to make it too wordy. They will understand once they're on the course. They'll see the FAQ sheet and they will have those little postcards that are handed out to them as well. So we wanted to kind of be vague about it, but hit home the value that's there. Alternative prizes include our Hero Program Savings Pass with over 1.7 million offers at local and national businesses, cashback deals over 850,000 hotel deals worldwide, and more, valued at $2,000 per pass. Okay, so this is huge. They're going to see the benefits in this. And you know what else they're going to say? They're going to say, oh yeah, because I'm going to be in that pass. That's great. They're going to already know about that pass, about our gift bag, and they're going to be even more excited about the people coming through our hole to go see all of their, and to win this, to go see all of their deals in there. So this is great. Now we have another change here. So I want to go ahead and pause just for a second before I continue for any questions. Does anybody have a question or a comment? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Go for it.
With the golfers being limited to winning a Cancun trip only 1 time, what will we offer them as an incentive to donate $50 or more if they say they've already won it at a previous date?
That's a great question. And we will offer them the savings pass, because if they land the green at $50 or more, now they can choose between a Cancun trip and the savings pass.
Great, thank you.
Yep, we'll do that. And then we will cross any other bridges that we come with that, with some other ways as well, because I'm sure there's going to be a couple of people that have already won Cancun trips. Any other questions as of right now? I'm not checking the chat, so if there are any questions in the chat, please go ahead and unmute yourself and ask me.
So when do they get the savings pass? Is that just come when they donate any amount on the par 3 hole?
Yes, so they will donate and they will receive their savings pass email after they donate. So remember, we have that tracking sheet. They donate 50 bucks or more, we capture their name, phone number, email. And then we then go ahead and put that in on the back end. So you will then save all of those emails that you use at Hero Days, send them either to your RVP or to your territory manager, and they'll send it to your RVP. We will then input all of those emails, and then that person will receive a welcome email from Savings Pass. They'll have their member ID code in there, and they'll be able to log in and claim their gift.
So do they have to choose between the Savings Pass and the Cancun trip?
If they would like to, yes.
Okay, it's one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
And then if they donate $100 or more, they don't even have to hit the green. They can just choose, I want a Cancun trip, here's $100, they get it automatically. Or they can also do that same thing with the Savings Pass too.
Gotcha.
Leslie, can I say something about the Cancun trip?
Of course, thank you.
So even if they've won it in the past, they can still opt into it because the trip is 100% transferable.
That's
So
true.
they can gift it. It doesn't matter if they want to pay another 100 and they want the trip, even though they already won the trip, they can have it because they can always transfer it and they can always, gift it or donate it. So please make sure to tell the winners that yes, they can take the trip once, but they can certainly have another trip and gift it and donate it because it's 100% transferable.
Okay, Magali, on that regard, when we're taking their information, they're going to give us the same phone number and email that they gave us previously. How will your side determine that they want to gift it and not just reject it?
Yes, great question, Mike. So what happens is if that person used another trip, then you would capture his information and then give it to Audrey or Amanda, whatever the normal process is, but make sure to state that this trip is going to be transferable, that this person has already gotten a trip, but he is going to transfer this trip. So what will happen is Cancun will still call that person. That person will just have to give the name, phone number, and email to whom they're transferring the trip to. So he doesn't have to have that information right then and there, but we do need to let Cancun know the name of the person, his email, all that information, and just let them know that he will be transferring the trip to somebody else. Then they'll contact that person, and then that person will give them the transfer information.
Okay, great. Your system doesn't just automatically kick it out then.
Well, it's going to kick it out, but you guys, my understanding, corporate now enters that information. So when you guys capture the name, phone number, and email, and you put in the code to that winner, just let in that same piece of paper, just put previous winner will be transferring this trip.
Okay, I'm going to make a note of that just so and I'm sure you already discussed this with Amanda and stuff. I just want to make sure she puts that into the jot form that we'll be entering all of this information on. So I'm just making a quick note of that. Thank you so much for the clarity, Magali. That's a really, really good point. Guys, I mean, if I had a chance to win a Cancun trip for my mom, but I already took the trip, I would still donate.
You would do it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
So, and I know that brings, that raises a lot of money for the Hero program. And again, it gives them the opportunity to gift it or to give it to to someone else. So
Exactly. Exactly. So that's a wonderful point. Absolutely wonderful point. So don't be afraid to utilize that and tell people
that's
that, you guys.
right. That's
They
right.
can also donate it to the hero family. They can let us designate a hero family
That's
to,
right.
yeah.
That's also
That's
true.
right. That is because generally, when I'm out there and a person will say, oh, either they've got a place already and they try to use an excuse, oh, I already got a place in Cancun, or I already, whatever. It's like, okay, but let's not think about you. Let's think about other people, and you can win this trip and donate it right back to that, or the volunteers at that tournament. And people would love that trip. So then they
Yeah,
go ahead and they donate, right? So yeah.
that's a great
Yeah.
idea. I mean, think about how powerful it would be to say to someone, well, we understand that, but you have the option of donating this trip to one of our wounded warriors that we support through
There
the
you go.
and their family,
There
you
you go.
know?
There you go.
So that's very powerful, and that's a very, very big statement to have in your pocket. So please remember that. No, I love that. Thank you, Magali. Thank you, Terry, for all your help. This is great. Any other questions right now for myself, Magali, for anybody before I proceed to one of the new programs we're going to be offering?
Yes, I have it for the savings plan. So you
Yes.
said they have to write their name down on a paper. What if the person decides that they just want to scan a QR code? Because last meeting we were talking about putting the QR codes in the bathroom, things like that.
Sure.
How we're going to be able to put that information in if they have to write it down?
So they can either scan the QR code if that's on your hole and scan it through your hole, or if you're just doing a hero day and you just have a piece of paper out there, you can do it that way as well. So with the hero days themselves, you're still going to make your overrides either way. I would recommend just having them scan the QR code. That'll probably be the easiest way, because they'll get their stuff in on time. But if you're new to the team and you don't have a QR code and you just have your sheet out there and you're doing this for the first time, have that sheet out there and make sure you can read what you're writing down. Do not have another person write down the information for you, because you're not going to be able to read. And I'm laughing because we're dealing with this with Cancun right now. You're not going to be able to read their handwriting. Okay. So make sure you're the one to write down their name, number, and email if you do have the paper on there. Now, if you do have the QR code, that's great too. And they can absolutely scan the QR code, donate $50 or whatever they want to do. They can do the recurring revenue if they want, and proceed from there. Great question.
Yes, and you know what else, Les, you guys, because Cancun is having a difficult time with they're also suggesting on your phone, your notes on an iPad instead of a paper,
Yes.
putting it down, because then all you got to do is copy and paste it and then send it. And now it's easy for everybody, because what's going to happen is Cancun is now going to be the ones that are going to be reaching out every weekly. They're going to be reaching out to all the winners. So for them, if you can put it on your notes on your phone instead of a piece of paper, or on a table on your iPad, and just send it over, that would be the ideal for everybody.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. We are looking at more efficient ways to keep track of this, because it is becoming a big problem. You cannot rely on somebody else to write down something that you're going to understand later. Please remember that. Even yourself. I don't trust my own handwriting.
That's right.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't trust my own handwriting at all. So I do, every time I'm out there, I have my laptop and I ask them, how do you spell this? I type it in and make sure that they say, yep, that's the one.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. Yep.
And, just so you guys know, we are thinking, and this is probably not something we're going to roll out until next week, but we are thinking that at the end of the day, there will be a jot form that every single person will then fill out after their hero day with all the Cancun winners. So you can copy and paste it into a jot form. It
There
goes
you go.
directly to Cancun. Okay. And we're done with it, because it's too much having to read these papers, and then I have to text somebody to, send it to me again, or, somebody else is calling me because they don't understand this email, it's just a mess. So please be as clean as you can with your handwriting, and please, if you can, eliminate the handwriting altogether. And like Magali said, put it in your phone, take a laptop out there with you if you can, take an iPad, and make sure you say, okay, is this the right one? And have them say yes. Okay.
Yeah, yes, because we also need to remember the same issues that that Leslie is having. Meanwhile, the winners aren't being contacted because we have the wrong phone numbers, we have the wrong emails, and so it's kind of like a domino effect for everybody. So great point there.
It sure is. And we just had that happen, you guys, a couple days ago with somebody out in Arizona who hadn't been contacted by Cancun yet. So just because I think we couldn't read his email that he wrote down. So please, eliminate that if you can altogether. And that is what we will be doing going forward. So please jump on board with that. Any other questions for myself, for Magali, before I continue on?
Have you guys thought about, yeah, sorry. Have you guys thought about having like a tablet form, you can see, because while I'm talking to one person, the one winner about what's going to happen when they're going to call, the other person that won could be filling out. They could just type it in themselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Can we get like can we think about getting a little form that we can have on either tablet or like you had laptop?
Yep,
So
it'll
they
be
can
that jot form that I mentioned. So you will be,
is that what it is? Okay.
yeah,
thanks.
you'll be able to have one iPad out there and maybe even a laptop or a second iPad if you want. You'll just be on that jot form website, first name, last name, phone number, email, and is this person transferring this to somebody else? Those are going to be the questions for each person, or if they're claiming it for themselves. Then you can have somebody else filling out that same form on a laptop if you want. Just make, be as efficient as you can with it, and of course, just have a couple papers out there. If your internet or your Wi-Fi is not working or something like that is down, you definitely want a backup plan. So definitely take those papers out there with you, take the physical forms out there with you as well. But please do your best. If something is not working, take notes on your phone in the notes section instead before turning to the paper. We just really have to eliminate that.
Leslie, this is
Yes.
Michael here. Real quickly, I rewrite all of them. And I've actually been unable to read a few things, but I could read the phone number. So I call them up and ask them, what is your name? How do you spell your name? What's your email address? But apparently you still have problems with my scanning. Is it better to take photos of it and send them?
Yes, absolutely. Scanning, please don't scan. Photos are better, absolutely, for now. But like I said, no photos altogether is going to be where we're headed, Michael. So even a photo right now, is fine until everybody kind of gets used to putting them in their notes instead, or with this new jot form that we will be creating and probably rolling out next week, depending on what Amanda says about that when I talk to her on Thursday. So yes, we are going to completely get rid of the photos, but for now, scanning does not really work. It's too pixelated for me to even zoom in and see anything.
May I ask you, how soon are they contacting the people? Because I had a person, he said he wasn't contacted at all. And I asked him, did you get an email? He didn't think so. Did someone call you? I didn't think so. I mean, what are we talking about? 10 days, 10 business days, or?
They're usually contacted within 48 to 72 hours. Now, if there is an issue on our end, and let's say, like, if I didn't get, the contact or the winner's contact information, so that sheet, if I didn't get that for, a week or so, then obviously that's going to be 48 to 72 hours after I get that and input all of those things in. So it's better to be as efficient as you can be and get over those contacts within that same day, even if it's 10 o'clock at night, just so we can get those Cancun contacts into the system and Cancun can contact them immediately. So hopefully that answers your question.
It does.
Yes, and also if I may,
Sure.
kind of just reiterate that basically the reason you're taking the email is because they will attempt to call them 3 times and then they will send them an email. But what's been happening is two things. We need to make sure to let people know that to be on the lookout within 48 to 72 hours from an international number, a +52, because what we're finding out is that, yes, people have been contacted, but they didn't pick up the phone because they didn't recognize the telephone number.
Yes.
So we need to make sure to let them know, number one, please, you're going to be contacted within 48 to 72 hours. And it's going to be from an international number, a +52 number. And then the second thing is that what we're also trying to make sure of is that if for whatever reason, there's a delay from you guys sending the winners and then from the winners being sent over to Cancun, if there's any type of delay, obviously that person's not going to get that call. We need to let them know right then and then that they're going to be contacted if by any chance they don't get contacted. So we're covering all bases here. If you don't get contacted within 48 to 72 hours, here's a telephone number. Here, you guys are now going to be able to give them a template, the actual trip, because that's another problem that's happening is that, yes, they're excited, they win something, they don't get a phone call, then they don't have anything. They don't even know, okay, is this trip now a scam? So now there's going to be a little bit of a change where they're going to be able to walk away with a template of the trip. And then when Cancun contacts them, they'll actually have the trip, but all the information will be on there. But you guys, what the key here is that we have to make sure to let them know if you don't get contacted any later than 72 hours, here is their telephone number. Please call this telephone number. That covers you, that covers Cancun, that covers the process, it covers everything. Because now they have a number that they can call if they don't get reached.
And it puts the responsibility on them too, as well.
And it puts the responsibility.
And protects them.
Are they leaving?
Yeah.
Are they leaving a message?
Yes, they will leave messages.
Yes.
Yes.
Leave a message.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
And guys, just so you know, there is a template of, I think I have a postcard and a business card on the CRM for the Cancun trips that says that you can say, good job, here you won, congratulations. And on the back side, it has all the terms and conditions, the age ranges, the transferability, all of that kind of stuff is on that. And it does have an email and a phone number on there as well. So you can, if you haven't printed any of those, I would recommend it. If not, I would just have one or two sitting on your table and have them take a picture of it, just so they know. And just so that does protect you and protects us. And it does put that responsibility on them to let us know if they're not contacted. So if you have any issues finding that on the CRM, please let me know. I'm happy to help.
Yeah, that is on the CRM and postcards made and they work. Great.
Good.
Yeah, I think you mailed that to us to email to us too, right? Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, I think we attached it. And if you don't have it or if you need help finding it, just let me know and I'm happy to help as well. So
and Leslie, honestly, I know you've given out that information and that's why today, even today, if someone calls you or says, you know what, we haven't been contacted, that person needs to give that winner the number right then and there and have them call Cancun directly, because to send that information over to Amanda, to send to Audra, and then Audra sends it to Cancun, now it's another day or so. And we must think about the winners, right? Because these guys are donating a lot of money. So we have to think about the winners, and we need to make sure that they have all the information that they have, so that it's a smooth process all the way around, right? So if anybody in the last week calls and says all of a sudden, you know, I won this last week, I still haven't been contacted, boom, you know what, our apologies, Cancun is very busy right now, that's not an excuse, but here's their telephone number. they are expecting your call.
Perfect.
And then leave it on Cancun, you know, it shouldn't be any more added responsibility for any of you guys. It should just be left in Cancun's hands.
Now, Magali, this is
Yeah.
Noilani. Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Hi, good, how are you?
Good. I have done that a couple times and just said, hey, here's the number, call. And if you do have any more questions, give me a call back. Well, I have gotten a couple calls back because they do need their code. So, in order for them to help them. So is there any other way that Cancun can look them up other than the code?
No, that Amanda, I think the corporate controls that code. I that piece I don't know, but I thought.
So, okay, say someone says, no one's called me yet. I'm like, okay, here you go. Here's the phone number. They call Cancun. Cancun says to them, what's your code?
Yes, Cancun will ask them their code, but they should have had a code. They should have had a code.
They would have to go through Amanda either way. So they would have to contact corporate first because they're not going to have a code on the
That's
T.
what I'm saying.
So
Yeah,
they have to go
Oh.
through
But-
Amanda first.
so that's not. Yeah.
Correct. So then.
Yeah, we don't have a code, nor does the winner. 'Cause
Right.
We don't have it.
Then Amanda can say, okay, great. Thank you for contacting us. We're sorry about this. This is your
Oh, okay.
code. And then the code, they can then call Cancun and put it back on them. So we can absolutely do it that way, but they do have to contact Amanda first, have to contact corporate first. So
Okay.
people can issue them their code, but then they can turn around and say, hey, great, thanks. And then call Cancun. So we'll give them
Yes.
those instructions.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Great questions, everybody. Keep them coming. Any other questions on this topic? Okay, I'm going to continue on because I don't want to take up too much more of everybody's time. I want to keep it under an hour for you guys. We may change a couple things on this. Okay, we're really excited about a few things on this page. So we do have our alternative on-course fundraising for our Hero Days. As we always have, we still have the 18th hole Hero Day. So the Hero program is obviously partnered with Crank Golf. Our staff sets up on hole number 18. Golfers can hit Crank's Golf newest limited edition Hero drivers or whatever you have out there. These drivers are the first and only handmade drivers specifically made for your swing speed, yada, yada, yada. That's all the same. Our staff asks for optional donations on behalf of our heroes, and then golfers will receive a raffle ticket to win a gift card that we purchased to be used at the Hero Golf Course. So that 10% on an actual 18th hole Hero Day will again go back to the winner of the raffle ticket. So they're not competing for closest to the pin on the 18th Hero Day. Okay, so they're just competing for a raffle. So for our newest thing that we're introducing, our newest program, alternative on-course program, we are introducing the Hero Program putting contest, you guys. This is really exciting. This is just
It's
something.
about time.
I know. And we're really excited to introduce this and see how it goes. This is going to be a great one for people that are even just on the driving range, right? That are just out there, not even playing around that day. A really cool way that we're gonna expand. So our staff is gonna set up on the putting green and we ask for optional donations. All golfers get a chance to make a 30-foot and 60-foot putt to win a Hero Program savings pass and a trip to Cancun. These are the same margins, $50. Yep, and $100, they get a Cancun trip. So 50, the savings pass, 100, Cancun. So they can choose to donate, but if they make the putt, they make the 30-foot putt, they get a savings pass. If they make the 60-foot putt, they get a Cancun trip. So that's really cool. 10% of the money raised will go toward a gift card to be used at that Hero course. Again, same thing. We always want to redirect traffic through the golf course, keep our GMs happy, keep our courses happy. That relationship means everything to us.
Time out.
Yeah.
who gets the 10%? If you're already giving out a trip and a savings pass, where does that 10% come from?
The 10% raffle tickets. So it's just the same as above. Yep, exactly. So you will be obviously collecting their information for
So
the
we're raffling off a golf club?
No, we're raffling off a gift card, just like we're doing with everything else. So 10% of the total raised, we go in, purchase a gift card. Okay. And then that gift card will then be raffled off to one of the people that donated that day, to any of the donors. So one lucky person will win 10% of whatever we raised out at the putting contest in the form of a gift card back to the pro shop, back to the golf course.
Well, that will work for everybody except for Las Vegas, because raffles are illegal in Las Vegas.
Ooh, didn't think about that. We'll come up with something out there for you.
I told him we can do a wheel, but
There you go.
yeah.
Or you can do a drawing.
Verbiage on that then, instead of saying 30-foot and 60-foot putt, change it to 30-foot or 60-foot putt.
Yeah, we could do that. Actually, Jay told me to put the and in there, so I blame him for that.
He
We'll
doesn't give those things away at all, it looks like.
We'll revisit that though. So, but yeah, it's going to be a really cool thing. We're excited to see how this goes out there. I know a couple people are already planning on doing that. I'm going to get my team on that as well. So, between those two, we put the value at over $3,000 for Cancun and for the savings pass as well.
Let's see. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
How-
I'm slow today. 30-foot putt or a 60-foot putt? Can they take a 30-foot and make it, then try a 60-foot putt? Can they make 2 putts, or what's the deal?
They can make 1 putt. And if they donate 50 or 100 based on those, just like we do, out at the hero hole, they can then choose to putt for 30 feet or choose to putt for 60 feet. So either one of those, it just has to be that $50 baseline and $100 baseline.
Leslie, just to throw this into the pot, since you just ended, the deck is fabulous. I just covered it with my team. Thank you. Would you want to add the recurring payment option also of $9.99 and $19.99?
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely, Rich. That's a wonderful question. Fantastic point. You guys, you can absolutely add the recurring revenue here. So if you wanted to do the subscription, they could absolutely say, okay, yeah, $9.99 a month, go for it. And then they get the savings pass automatically, or $19.99 a month, and they get the Cancun trips automatically.
Yeah. I think that would even be more enticing than the 50 or the 100.
I agree.
Plus it has longer term benefit to both the hero program and the rep.
Exactly. You guys, that's such a good point. Rich, I'm so glad you joined the call. I know you probably have another call coming up here soon. So thank you so much. This is a perfect opportunity to utilize the subscriptions, you guys. If you're out there and you're saying, hey, we're doing this putting contest, it's $9.99. Please come and try it. And also, if you make a donation for $9.99 a month, or $19.99 a month, this is what you get. You get this automatically. You don't even have to putt. But that's going to help you out in the long term and our heroes out in the long term as well. Absolutely.
Would you be able to get a bullet in there about that option?
You know what? I will. I'm going to have to revisit this just to make sure it's all good with Jay, all good with Amanda and everybody. But then I will go ahead and wait until tomorrow to add this to the CRM so everybody has an updated version. I am going to make a note about that, Rich, because I want to make sure recurring option on putting contest.
Could you also clarify how the $3,000 value is calculated?
Yes, we put that at, so the total value for savings pass at $2,000, total value for Cancun. Jay wanted to use the total value for the Cancun trip as $1,000 because of those higher end options. So we did go ahead and put it at 3,000. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fine. Great. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
I have questions about this.
What was that?
I have a question about this.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Okay, so my first question is, so they have to make the putt to be able to either get the savings plan or get the Cancun trip.
Yes.
So they got to get the ball in the hole, correct, for that to happen? That's what I just want to make sure that I'm understanding that.
Yep.
Yes, if they're donating anything under $50.
But if they automatically donate 50, they could choose the savings plan or the Cancun trip.
Savings pass for 50, $100 for Cancun.
And okay, so that makes it automatic. Now, my next question is, if they decide to do reoccurrent, if they decide to do the $9.99, will they automatically get savings plan with the Cancun trip because it's a monthly donation?
No, so if they are doing the $9.99, then they're only getting the savings pass. But if
Okay,
they decide to do the $19.99, they're gonna get the Cancun trip. If they want both, then I would recommend saying, okay, just donate $50. I'll give you the savings pass. You get that automatically, and then make your $19.99 subscription, and you get the Cancun trip as well.
okay. So if they're doing the reoccurrent for $19.99, let's just say they just want the Cancun trip, how do we go about doing that where they don't get the savings plan then?
Right. Good question.
Well, that's okay. So have you gotten set up? And I'm sorry, I don't think I've met you yet in person. Have you gotten set up with your recurring subscription?
No, I'm still in the process of that. So that's why I
Okay.
want to make sure I know everything about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's fairly simple. They will go ahead and send you an email, a welcome email. You'll get everything set up on your phone. It has instructions, all of those things. And then you'll present that to the customer that day and say, this is, what we're doing. You can choose $9.99, $19.99, and this is your incentive back. You'll scan their card and they'll be subscribed that day. They'll be charged for the first time the following day. So then their monthly subscription will be on that day every single month. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, and if they do want both, they would just have to donate $50 for the savings pass, no big deal. And then you could do that subscription as a separate transaction through the subscription plan, through the reoccurring revenue.
Okay.
Leslie,
Yes.
Leslie, can you send out a link again as to how we get the link to fill out their information for that ongoing subscription?
Yes. So are you talking about your login for the recurring revenue, Mike?
Correct.
Yes, I will have them. I'm going to make a note of that because they send out gratis payments. We'll send out a welcome email with a link to create your account, but it's only live for 24 hours, guys. So you have to make sure you get it done within that 24 hours or it expires. And then we have to have them resend you.
I've got mine and I was able to log in, but I haven't been able to set it up. So I was looking for the video on that. I know you covered it real fast in the past.
Yeah,
Okay.
I never even received it, or if I did, it went to junk mail.
No problem. If anybody hasn't received their recurring subscription login email, will you please email me at leslie@elitefundraisingsolutions.com, or just text me 303-994-0976, or just type into the group me. And I will go ahead and make sure that Gratis resends you your login. Okay.
Leslie, can you put that information in the chat?
I sure can. Can someone else do that for me right now? Mike French, would you mind doing that for me? Just because I'm sharing my screen and I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Can you type in my phone number and email into the chat for everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. All right.
Leslie, just to clarify one item,
Yes.
with the recurring options, I thought it was, if it was $9.99, they get the savings pass. This is if we're on course.
No,
Which-
just for email in the chat.
Right.
Sorry, Rich, what was that?
Okay, if we're on the course, and which should be the same for the putting contest here, but wasn't it if they went with recurring payments of $9.99, they got the savings pass.
Correct.
For $19.99, I thought they got both.
No,
No, just the Cancun trip.
they just get the Cancun trip on course.
Okay, I was, I misread something then.
If they donate $100 on course, they get both.
I know that, yeah.
Yeah, but not
Okay.
for the $19.99 subscription. They only get Cancun for $19.99, and they only get Savings Pass for
For
$9.99.
nine. Okay. I was, like I said, I misunderstood that. And again, I guess that's a product of, we're not playing golf for another 3 or 4 weeks here in the Northeast yet.
I'm telling you, out here in Colorado, I was loving that Florida weather last weekend. So I'm hoping things turn around here and we start getting some good weather again.
Leslie,
Yes.
can I ask? I think we keep beating this, but I'm still a little confused. If they're on a recurring for $19.99, what are they getting out of that? Besides Cancun, why not just cancel out of a month? After a month?
So that's a good question. Yeah. They can cancel after a month if they really want to. We have a team in place to contact them and say, do you want to, downgrade to $9.99 a month or $4.99 a month, whatever they want to do. So we do have somebody that will contact them. That being said, we can't put them in a contract. There's no way, but the attrition is outstanding for these numbers. And that's why we went with this, because it's very, very unlikely with the percentages that will happen. Just based
But they're still gonna want something for that donation there, because eventually if they donate forever, they're gonna be like, I could have just paid for Cancun.
Well, I mean, I donate to Sarah McLaughlin and I don't get anything every month. So, you know what I mean? It's a big incentive.
I'm just trying to understand what they're subscribing to. Like I said, it makes more sense if it's a higher donation each month with the savings pass, we throw in a one-time Cancun trip. That's why it seems like it would be both, not just Cancun.
No, I mean, the Cancun trip is worth $800 to $2,000 a trip. So what they're getting out of it is A, a tax write-off, and B, an incredible trip for 2 people that is going to make tons of memories for forever. But it's out of the kindness of their hearts, right? I mean, they're donating to the Hero Program. They're donating to first responders. That's what they're getting out of it. So just like I donate to my kids' schools, or, I have those kind of recurring subscriptions for the animals, and, I'm a big animal person. Everybody knows that. But I don't get anything out of it. You know what I mean? If I did get a Cancun trip, that'd be awesome, but I didn't. But it's out of the kindness of my heart that I want to make that small sacrifice.
It's kind of like those gym memberships you pay for every month that you never use, right? Those ones.
Right, exactly. And that's why we went with this, is because the attrition is so great on all of these plans and all 3 tiers that people forget about it, but they still know that they're doing the right thing. And by the time tax season comes, they're like, hey, this is great,
Okay, so I think you have a lot more faith in people than I do, but I want to go back to the cancellation of the subscriptions after they get the Cancun trip. So is there something in there that says with a minimum of 6 months worth of, like whatever equals $50, then you get the trip? Or, I mean, you'll get the trip, if you said this, would that be a contract then? If you said
that would be a contract. Yep. And it's
Okay.
illegal for us to put them in a contract with a subscription going to charity, basically. So
okay, so we are just putting our faith in them. Okay.
Yep, basically. So far it's worked out phenomenally, you guys. So
awesome.
I have a lot of faith in people, maybe, I guess. But I think this is going to be a great stepping stone. And we do have a team in place that if somebody does try to cancel, they cannot cancel until they talk to somebody on our recovery team. That's the difference. They have to physically speak with somebody on the phone and say, yes,
Awesome.
I want to cancel. And a lot of people don't want to get on the phone these days. So I do have a lot of faith. Yep. Any other
Thank
questions?
you.
Any other questions right now? Okay, I'm going to move on. So this is the last page of the deck. Okay, we have our Hero Program logo. We have our contact information again. We have all of our wonderful people that we support down here. We did add NeuroX in there, which we're super excited about. And then we just have our purpose here. So this is just kind of an ending page for everybody. And you will be able to update this with your information as well. So yes.
The first responders who risk their lives, not that risk their lives. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay. You know me.
That's fine. I need all the
I've
help
done
I
this
can
for
get.
years, my friend. I used to get paid. You don't have to pay me anything.
No, that's fine. I'm appreciative. Just, I will write a note down for that. But if anybody sees anything that needs to be changed or catches anything like that, please let me know directly with my contact information that I believe Mike put in the chat or on GroupMe. I'm in Audra's group and I'm obviously in my own group. So let me know if you have suggestions. I'm always open to that with my staff. My assistant Morgan, who pretty much everybody knows on this call, please go ahead and reach out to her as well. So this week is going to be crazy. We're going to be rolling out the Elite deck this week as well. So once we have all of that information on paper and in print for you guys, everyone will have a copy. And if anybody needs help getting theirs customized with their own information on there, we are obviously happy to help with that too. So any other questions right now? I don't want to go too much longer just because we are kind of right at an hour. But any other questions regarding this?
Quick recommendation.
Absolutely.
Leave enough room on there to add some more people that we want to add. I'm working with some people for the Southern California PGA Association. So
Okay.
leave enough room where you can redo it without having to redo the entire page.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that should be a quick fix for sure, Mike. Thanks for mentioning that. Once you have that down, let me know and I'll just throw them on there for you.
Absolutely, will do.
So one last question. Are we set up now for the recurring?
Did you get a welcome email from Gratis?
I got a welcome email. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. And then you set up your account through Gratis?
No, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, no problem.
Would you guys consider making a video, like just showing us how to do it?
Yes, so we sent that out, but I'll make a note to go ahead and send it again. There is a specific instructional video that shows you exactly how to do that. So if you do need that instructional video and you need the link resent to you, like I said, please just let me know and I'll make sure those get sent over to you guys.
Yeah, please send out that video because I'm still looking for it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, just send me a quick email or a text and I'll make sure that happens. Any other questions, anybody?
Hey, Leslie, it's Jordan.
Hey, Jordan, how's it going?
It is going, just dealing with baby and all that good stuff. So,
Oh, that's sweet baby.
yeah. So I mean, this obviously I'm pretty, I'm brand new. I'm just kind of struggling getting started. I'm waiting for my banner and stuff to get here. So I was just, I guess, looking for advice from you guys how to get going on this Hero Day.
Heck yeah. No, thanks for asking a question. I think you're doing the right thing by ordering all of your stuff. Jordan, I would go ahead and get this new deck, this new presentation printed out as soon as you can into a nice folder, into a nice binder. And then once you're ready, you and I can connect and I can walk you through how to present to your courses for the first time. So when you're visiting those courses, we also have a ton of different trainings on that as well. I think there were a couple in the welcome email, but we have even more. So I can send you some more resources too, Jordan, but I would be happy to just jump on a call with you. I mean, we talk all the time anyway. So let me know. I'll set up a good time to either Zoom or chat with you, and then we'll walk it through A to Z on how to present and walk everybody through the new deck as well. So does that sound good?
Sounds great. Sorry, I blow up your phone quite a bit, so.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm sorry, you guys. I've been so gosh darn busy. I've almost been unreachable. All my people up in Fargo know I'm like, they're just awesome and kicking butt right now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even respond to text. So if you guys do have a like a question, or if you can't get a hold of me for some reason, please reach out to Audra as well. She's always here to help. Chris Gallagher is kind of my right-hand man here in Colorado. If you do need help with something from him too, he's a fantastic asset to our company. You guys can always reach out to him too. I do want to say, I will be, and I'm going to announce this here in a couple days and next week as well. I will be out of town from the 3rd through the 16th of April. So if anybody needs anything, please write those dates down and know that I will be 6 to 8 hours ahead of everybody in Europe during that time. I will still be working, but my day-to-day schedule is going to be a little wonky. So just keep that in mind as I'm out of there, but don't feel like you can't bug me while I'm on vacation. It's a girls' trip and it's going to be fun, but it's also going to be a lot of work, and I'm going to be working and still in all the meetings. It's at 3 a.m. my time. So, but just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. Does anybody else have any more questions for me or anybody else on the team?
Will we be getting any flyers for like the putting challenge and the update flyers for the 18th hole?
So yes, we will absolutely have some graphics that you can utilize for the 18th hole. We don't have any graphics yet for putting, so that is on the
I know.
this week. So that's clocked in there with my 80 hours that I'm clocking in this week. Don't worry.
I'll make it 120.
Right, exactly. Who needs sleep, you guys? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm here to 3 a.m. so.
Right? No, but yes, we will have those images ready for everybody. So if you just bear with me for a few more days, we'll have everything up and ready to go. It's exciting times. Hi, John.
Hi, we're gonna send you email tomorrow and maybe you can help us with all that before you leave the country.
Oh, yes, I'm not leaving for a couple more weeks. So yes, that's
Right.
fantastic. I will help
Plenty
you
of time.
with everything. Yep. No problem at all. You guys, shout out to John and Lisa. They are amazing out in New Mexico. I just have to say, they're really kicking butt too, building their team. And hi, Lisa. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Does anybody else have one more question for me? All right.
Nope. Thanks for a great meeting.
Thank you guys so much for joining. It's great to see everybody on here. If you do have any kind of questions or follow-up questions for me, please, like I said, shoot me a text or an email, anything. Thank you, Mike, for putting that into the chat for me. And then this recording will be emailed out to everybody and put on Audra and I's YouTube channel. So I hope everyone has a wonderful night and a fantastic week. And let me know if you need help with anything, okay?
Thank you,
Thank
Leslie.
you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day and a great night.
Thanks, Leslie.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.